All right, we have made our way to Chinatown here in Singapore. It was raining on the whole walk down. Got a nice slick back now, but just in time, the rain has gone away for us to be able to enjoy this market together. So let's take a walk through here. Check it out. Yeah. Okay. I have no idea what to expect. Looking at just enjoying it for what it is. Like I said, if you're just tuning in, you didn't hear it. But what I'm doing on this trip is I'm just going on adventures. I got nothing planned. So I'm gonna be back here soon. Tell me in the comments below where I should go next time I'm in Singapore, all right? But in the meantime, let's take a walk around this Chinatown market, see what's going on, all right? Do a little dip through here, avoid that crowd, get a little bit of that vibe. I am so happy that the rain let up just in time. I mean, I knew it would, but still happy, still lucky it did, right? Okay, so as we walk around here, not sure if we're gonna get something to eat, not sure if it's just gonna be an adventuring experience. We're gonna take it as it goes, okay? Because although I would like to get some salty meats, perhaps, I'm also quite full from my last video. Check it out. When I hit up the hawker market by Bugis? Correct me. I'll correct myself when I get home. Anyways, in the meantime, let's take a walk around here. Show you what I'm working with, alright? So there seems to be a mall of some sort up there. We're gonna make our way around this way instead. Continue through this street market. Now, I'm smelling sweets. Probably like coconuts and such. Makes you wonder if I smell durian, but I doubt it. In a city like Singapore, I'm sure they have it on lockdown. They don't have it everywhere. But that's definitely something. Mark my words. On this trip, we are getting some durian. Oh yes. Big fan. Okay, so I'm seeing a plethora of meats over here. Let's check this out. Here we go. Okay. Now that's something that I would be interested in, as everyone else here is as well. A plethora of meats. That's looking like something that I'd be totally down for. What do you got that? Got that dried duck up there too? Oh man. Those meats. Like, look at the wall. Like seriously, look at this wall. Just a wall of meats. It is pretty ram-jammed in here. I thought it would be a little rammed, but with the rain having just come down, I thought maybe it would have let up a bit by the time I got in here. Let's scooch through. Give you a view of looking over here. All right. So, we're gonna go, well, down there. It's looking like it finishes up. Let's follow the crowd. Let's go through the alley. All right. So, like I said, adventuring, okay? The big plan is to do this trip, go through all these cities and places, and then I'm coming back. Now, not everyone's able to do that, I get it. And a lot of people would want to be a lot more planned. And I respect that. But if you want to vicariously live through this style of just winging it, subscribe to the channel, all right? And if you want to check out some of my older videos, I got a bunch of markets and food things that I did in Toronto. Check those out too. They were fun, they were great. But this is a whole different experience. Holy, all right, let's make our way on this way. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh yeah. Like, dude, it is ram-jammed in here. Shui Song, what is that? I'm looking at this forever here. Japanese white chocolate biscuits. Okay. Blaring at the music. Don't find myself in the mood for sweets right now. I'm looking maybe like that wall of salted meats and cured treats. Let's check out what's down this way, okay? We got some clothing. little bit less of that here as opposed to that last market. That last market was way more shopping. This one seems to have like a wider variety of different things going on. We got some mango over there. I think the mango sticky rice. Yeah, that's what we got there. Mango sticky rice. Something that you know I'll be having a little bit of later in this trip. A certain country has a specialty of doing that real damn good. Okay. Wild. What do we got over here? Tasty in your life. Like of some sort. I don't know. Sound like being told it's Taiwan of some sort. Okay. We're cutting through another alley because that was intense. I need a little bit of a break for a moment. Oh, the walk down here took about a half an hour. It rained, but it was still awesome. There is something about Singapore that is calling me to come back ASAP. I like the architecture and such. There's something like I don't know, like a Paris of Asia feels to it, something like that. I don't want to diminish it for what it is. It's Singapore. It's its own freaking thing, man. And now we are in a covered area. All right, let's see what's going on here. So we're looking like we're finding more restaurants and things like that. We got the sugar-covered treats over there. We are looking at probably some sort of access to a subway. That's something I'm gonna gotta figure out. It's how to get back to the airport tonight. I don't got accommodations here in Singapore this evening. I decided just to wing it and figure it out at the airport later. Hopefully it'll be all right. Okay, another step. Here we go. As we make our way, let's see what we got over here. A little bit quieter. That last trip was wild. This one's feeling more like shops. We got some Bombay Mexican, Indian Mexican cuisine. That's a nice highlight right there. A little bit of fusion. And as we make our way, yeah, it seemed like more like shops in this area. But just as I said it wasn't as busy, look what happens. The thing is that like, I like crowds. When I ain't got nowhere to be, when I'm just embracing the moment, I got no problem being in a crowd. I'm the type of dude who likes to go down to my local mall, the Eaton Center in Toronto, on like a Christmas Eve or on a Boxing Day just to get the vibe. Wild, I know. But hey, we're getting a little bit into more restaurants and things like that. I think up ahead, let's see. Up ahead, well, I have no idea what to expect up ahead. But we're gonna keep going that way, or no, we're gonna switch it up. We're switching it up. We're switching it up. We're going this way. That way seemed a little bit chill. This way seems more vibrant. And like I said, I got no plans for this right now. So I'm thinking it might just be a little quick adventure around here in this Chinatown market. It's a little taste, you know what I mean? Get a feel for the vibe. Get a feel for what's going on. I'm definitely feeling it. You know, I love Chinatown in Toronto. I worked there as a kid, hang out there, eat there, late nights, early days. It's nothing compared to this here right now, though. This is Ram Jam, thank you, man. And I think we're getting back to the strip that we initially crossed onto. I'm looking around. We're gonna make a left here because I don't think that's where we went last time. All right, here we go. All right. So, oh yeah, look at that. I mean, we're gonna go through here. We're gonna make our way through here. Why not? Don't know what to expect. We got different eats and treats. I'm hoping that music doesn't mess us up. So if it does, we're gonna be cutting. But if it doesn't, well, let's keep it going, all right? Sweets getting hollowed out over here. Looking at, you know, we got the Lunar New Year coming up. I'm sure a lot of these things are especially for that as well. Let's see if we can squeeze past this area right there. We got the strollers going. We got the tarps from when it was raining. Alright. I'm sure that music's gonna work me, so we're gonna go back into this alley over here. Plus, it was pretty rammed over there. Oh, whew, what an experience. This has been a lot more than I expected in regards to how crowded it is, and I'm definitely feeling that. Got nothing against the crowdness. Like I said, I'm a fan of the crowds. Let's go through this random alley. You know, I'm a fan of random alleys like this. You always get a little taste, especially when we're going to make our way through different parts of the world. You can find some of the best eats in a random alley like this. You know, many people in Toronto would be afraid of going through an alley as such. But me, getting stuck in a dead end, I got no fear. Not here. It's all good. Don't worry, mama. I love you. All right. Well, you know what? I think what we're going to do is we're going to loop back around. We're going to make our way back out to the exit, see if there's anything along the way. I haven't seen many random eats or being able to get much meats and such other than that crazy wall of madness. But let's see. Let's see what we're working with, all right? We're getting back to that music, so if I cut out, I cut out. If not, let's keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is. Yeah. Oh, we're going to go behind here. Some behind the scenes action instead. A little feel for the restaurants. I don't want to be poking my head in places that I shouldn't be. You know, people eating, doing their thing. But it's definitely a wild experience right now. Oh man. Okay. Back out onto the strip. Seems to be a little bit more quiet. Let's see what we missed as we went down this way. Chips, buckwheat, wild crowds. We're gonna make our way up through this last little area, see if there's anything along the way that gets us interested, maybe having a little taste. I'm not gonna lie, the idea of going back to that place to get a random cured meat, whoo, that is up my alley. I think the tummy's strong enough to handle it. I trust my stomach. That's how you get stronger. To eat stuff like that. Come on. All right. Well, I gotta say, really happy we made it out here. I wasn't sure if we were just going to spend most of our time in the airport for this trip, if we were going to be able to make it out. When I initially got in, it was raining, and part of me just told me, I was like, you know what, whether it's raining or not, let's get out there. If I can't shoot it here on this camera, I'll bust out raw dog on the iPhone then, all right? But I think we're reaching the end of this spot right here. Let's take a look. We are. That's it right there. I think we're actually almost going in a full circle from where we started. Another little random alley. Take a breather. Absorb it in with me, man. Ladies, gentlemen, absorb for what it is. Great experience. You know, something about being in a place that you've never been before that just really gets the senses going, you know? So that's where we start over here. This last road right here is what we'll go down. It's a covered area. All right. Very nice. Looking like restaurants and I don't know, the vibe over here. I'm getting like a Woodbine Mall feeling. If you've ever been to Woodbine Mall in Toronto, I was there again recently, and yeah, like that whole like painted like apartment fronts. It's kind of something we saw there. But yeah, we look like we got mostly restaurants over here, and it seems like another area down that way. So you know what? Let's continue. Let's make our way down. Let's check it out because we're here. We are now back to that initial wild area where it started. Oh man. Do we get the cured meats and eats? Well, I'll put it to you this way. If I do get some eats, we'll continue the video there. But if not, to anyone and everyone watching, much love.